Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me back here on the Bambie Nicole. I'm finally kind of settled, and I think I'm able to tape a topic for you. It's storming outside. Can you hear the thunder rolling? Anyway, um, I had an excellent question from a subscriber, and of course, as you all know, I love to answer my subscribers. So the question was, Bambie, what was it like transitioning during the time that you came out and began to transition? Because mind you, I began to transition around 2000. Back 20 years ago. So I will say that in general, society is becoming a whole lot better, accepting, more indifferent to trans people, no doubt, than it was 20 years ago. So when I first began to transition 20 years ago, I moved out of state and I lived androgynously, meaning that I would wear big baggy clothes, usually black or dark blues, dark greens. I dressed androgynously until the point of when I was taking hormone injections. So I started taking hormone injections. I started experimenting with hormones at 17 and then on them fully from a doctor at 21. I did see a couple of bootleg doctors at like the age of 19. So 21, I was on them like legitimately on shots like every week. At that time, people were not very nice, and there was a lot of trans women that were being murdered. The Gwen Arajo story was kind of, that was prevalent during my time of transition. So how I transitioned was I got very quiet. I didn't really have any friends. I just focused on my transition. I dressed androgynously, and so I would just wear big baggy clothes, grew my hair out, and nobody was calling me she for the first few years that I was dressing androgynously. But slowly over time, people started to be like, are you a guy or a girl? And then it did get to the point where when I was dressing androgynously, like no matter how androgynously I dressed, people were calling me she. They just thought that I was like a butch. So I want to say, for me personally, that may have been 5 to 7 years in on hormones. I wasn't very developed then, because the physical changes for me personally took a lot longer than 5 to 7 years. But I was very soft, and I think that people just thought I was a small-chested female, kind of like a tomboy. And so I slowly incorporated a bracelet, slowly incorporated jewelry, slowly incorporated lip gloss. Like, I wasn't a little boy who was a little boy one day and then lived as a woman tomorrow. I did this very slowly. And then I want to say maybe by year 7 was when I was able to live full time as a woman and not where everybody was just kind of calling me she. So back in my generation, yeah, it was a lot more difficult to transition, and you kind of had to hide under the rug, and a lot of girls were being murdered. So, but it was many, many years ago, and now I don't even remember what it was like to not live as a female. So anyway, that's what it was like for me personally during my age of transition. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. Bye.